Hi there, and welcome to this video where I test a YouTube strategy to see if it is profitable in trading cryptocurrencies. And this time I will test the Bollinger Bands and RSI strategy that is presented in the video over here. I created an algorithm to backtest on 50 crypto pairs and on different time frames, and also have created a Pine script strategy so that you can use this also on TradingView. So let's go quickly to the video to see if this strategy is worth your time after the intro. The strategy is based on mean reversion and uses the Bollinger Bands indicator and the RSI indicator to generate signals. The entry and exit rules have been set up as follows. For a long trade entry, enter if the price moves below the lower Bollinger Bands and the RSI goes below 25. And for a short trade entry, enter if the price goes above the upper Bollinger Bands and the RSI goes over 75. Additional signs for the entry are bullish or bearish divergences, depending on the direction of the trade. And also there is a warning about sideways markets that should be identified so that bad trades will not happen. It is important to know, however, that in the video only the entry signals were discussed. The exit signals were not discussed, and this is somewhat bad because the right signals to exit the markets are sometimes more important than entering the market. So I had to make some of my own assumptions about the best exit signals, and this might influence the performance of the strategy a lot. Furthermore, the video did not specify the exact performances, but only vague statements like that it worked good and it will have a pretty high rate of success and profits. To create the code for the test, I used Notebook LM and Cloud Code so that I could easily distill all the trading rules and other important information from the video and the transcript. Then I asked Cloud to code Pine script for TradingView and the strategy file for the backtest engine. I asked Notebook LM to verify that both files were coded correctly in relation to the video, and I also checked out these files myself too, as a form of triangulation. All these files are available on my Patreon page if you want to have these, including all the backtest results and a full report of the performance of this strategy. Patrons also have the opportunity to buy my ebook about algorithmic trading for beginners at a reduced price here too, by the way. The performance of this strategy is a little bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. When I use the TradingView strategy, the results in the strategy range from great to worse depending on which crypto pair you use and on which date range you configure it. For example, using the algorithm on Filecoin shows that this strategy has a certain potential for profitability. The same counts for Polkadot and for XRP, but other major pairs like Bitcoin, Ethereum and Solana were not responding well to this strategy. So the type of coin and how its candlestick profile looks have much influence on the profitability. Coins that experience wild swings on average might have a better chance with this strategy than less volatile coins, so it seems. Now backtesting on the backtesting engine with over 50 pairs, multiple time frames and a very large historic time range for a better overall test of the strategy's performance show a whole different perspective on the strategy. Apparently the 15-minute time frame find this strategy the best with a modest 87% profit. And what I find remarkable is that this has a 62% win rate and the Sharpe ratio is also slightly positive about this algorithm. This is a good sign and it looks to be a good fundament to start improving on better exit signals and risk management. Especially if we look at the equity curve, we can see that this strategy is in real need of additional rules that differentiate between bullish and bearish markets. The current strategy buys the dip, but when the dip keeps dipping, the strategy also loses the most money during these circumstances. In TradingView we already saw that this strategy favors some crypto pairs with a certain candlestick profile, and this is further confirmed on this chart. It can be a profitable trading strategy, but only if you use it on the right pairs. So to conclude this video, the original maker talks about its goal of the strategy to make it achieve profitable trades and to be a money-making machine. And after my tests I have the feeling that this might be possible, however only under the right market circumstances, correct pairs and with better risk management added. Now in defense of this strategy, I already explained that the exit signals were not given and I had to come up with some of my own, which might be primary cause for these results. The strategy's fundamentals look to be good and a well-known reversal strategy. But explaining only half the story in the original video, in this case only the entry signals, is not enough. Maybe one of you can propose some good exit signals for the strategy in the comment section below so that I can retest with these rules later and do a follow-up video. For now, I hope that you found this exercise informative and I hope you got some knowledge from my video. Again, you can download the full report on my analysis on my Patreon site if you like to have it, together with the strategy code and the Pine script for TradingView. I will proceed with testing another strategy YouTube video that I find online, and I will present my findings later. For now, this is it, and I want to thank you for viewing. Goodbye!